Hey guys, it's Dan, your host of Eugene's Reviews, and today I'm back for another Walking Dead video for today. And in today's video, we're going to be doing another video for The Walking Dead. We are going to talk about a list from Screen Rant where they go through the 7 characters they are surprised that survived The Walking Dead show. Alright guys, this one's going to be doing a review of today. This one's going to be doing a review for The Walking Dead. And in today's video, we're going to be taking a look at an article from Screen Rant where they go through 7 characters that they are surprised survived The Walking Dead show. So, figured this would be a fun one to go through for today. 7 characters that is surprising to them that survived The Walking Dead. Now, keep in mind, this isn't my opinion. This is just their viewpoint. And of course, their kind of opinions after the end of The Walking Dead. So this is just, really just strictly their thoughts. And we're going to go through them, of course, and we're going to kind of give our opinions on whether or not we're surprised or, we are not surprised that they survived The Walking Dead. So let's get right into this. So starting off with the first one they put on here, they put Father Gabriel. Now, Father Gabriel, I am going to say I'm very surprised survived The Walking Dead. This was a death that I honestly expected to see at multiple times this season. I mean, hell, literally, I think one of the biggest predictions we all had when Acts of God, the title for that episode was released, like Acts of God, Gabriel's involved, like, yeah, he's probably gonna die in that episode, Obviously, he didn't, which is good. Obviously, he didn't die, but it definitely was a close one. And I will say, Gabriel's character, I'm very happy survived The Walking Dead because I love the way that his story came full circle. Saving the innocent people that are trying to be let in. And back when he was, the priest and stuff back in Season 5, he let the innocent people, die, and he stayed in there like a coward. And now he's letting the innocent people in, and even if he has to get killed in the process just to do it, that's what he's going to ultimately do, right? And I love it. I love what they did with Gabriel's character in the show. I'm very happy that he didn't die, to be honest, because I felt like Gabriel's death at a point was almost getting too predictable, and I feel like it was getting too obvious, so I actually like that they kept him alive, and I like that they ended his story in a very, very good way, coming full circle to the beginning, and I'm very happy that, Gabriel survived the series. Now, the next one they have is Eugene. They are very surprised that Eugene survived. Now, Eugene in the Walking Dead comic book series does survive, so I always kind of expected them to follow suit. Although I will admit I was very afraid that they were going to kill him during the trial arc because one of the biggest, pet peeves I have about the final season is that we have so many characters that are getting spin-offs and so many characters that we know is safe, but Eugene, we never knew. We never knew if Eugene was going to survive or not. And I, for the most part, assumed that Eugene would survive just like his comic counterpart. But there was a part of me there for a little while that was like, whoa, are they actually going to kill Eugene in the TV show? That was one thing I was kind of wondering if they were going to do. So, luckily they didn't do it. I'm not surprised necessarily that he survived the show like I am Gabriel. But I am, I'm happy he survived. I'm happy they didn't kill him off because they did kill Rosita. And you don't want to kill everyone from that trio from, Abraham, Eugene, and Rosita. So, I'm happy that they at least kept Eugene alive and they killed Rosita instead. But yeah, either way, that's definitely a good decision on their part. Number 3 they put is Annie. They put Annie on here. This one is probably the one that everybody predicted. I mean, I think everybody at one point predicted this death. And again, I'm happy they didn't kill Annie because I will say the death was very predictable. So that was one of the ones that we all thought, like, from the second that she was introduced and from the second that we saw footage from Dead City, we were like, okay, Annie is not in Dead City. She's not shown in any of the footage, and Annie is very obviously very, important to Negan, and she's pregnant, and this whole kind of thing, so we all kind of thought, like, yeah, Annie's probably going to die, and she didn't, which was good, because, like I said, I'm very happy that Annie survived. I didn't want to, see her die. That would have been absolutely horrible, and one of the things that I guess I will mention about Annie is that, yeah, she didn't die in The Walking Dead, but I'm not going to lie, I'm still afraid for her in Dead City. I'm still afraid that Negan is going to lose her in Dead City, and when we see Negan after the beginning of Dead City, he's going to tell us that Annie died, or we're going to see a flashback or something like that, because as I've said before in previous videos, I don't think Negan is going to get to be a father, which is going to be really unfortunate, so I don't know. And as I've said before, Annie is not in Dead City. So I feel like, yeah, we're out of the woods with The Walking Dead, and that's why, Screen Rant put them on there. But I feel like Annie is definitely going to die in the Negan and Maggie spinoff, Dead City, for sure. I definitely don't think she's going to make it too much further. Now, number 4 they put is Elijah. They are very surprised that Elijah survived The Walking Dead. I'm actually very surprised that Elijah survived Walking Dead, and not in a good way. Like, not in a Father Gabriel or Eugene type of way. I actually look at this as a flaw because they did absolutely nothing with Elijah. Like, they had him hook up with Lydia, and that was it. Like, literally, like, Elijah was such a neglected character, and it always felt like they almost like just wanted to desperately keep one of Maggie's wardens alive so that it doesn't seem like it was for nothing. But Elijah did practically nothing. In his final episodes, he did practically nothing. So I don't know, when Elijah was introduced in The Walking Dead Season 10, Episode 16, with those, like, cool weapons and stuff, and those cool, like, ninja moves, I was actually very intrigued by Elijah. Now I kind of just look at him and I'm like, oh, yeah, that guy, that's right, he's still alive, Nothing too special about him, unfortunately. Number 5 they put is Jerry. They're surprised that Jerry survived. Now, admittedly, this one I do agree, because I did think that Jerry was going to die in Variants, Episode 19, when the Variant was, like, climbing and stuff like that, and like picked up the rock, and like Jerry had his injured leg and stuff like that. I thought for sure Jerry was gonna die in that moment. Now, Jerry, that death would have broken up, all of our hearts. That would have been a really, really just hard one to watch. So I'm happy they didn't do it for sure. And I mean, Jerry's just such a good guy anyway, Number 6 they put was Aaron. They're very surprised that Aaron survived Walking Dead. Now, Aaron, I was predicting since like 11B. Like, I was predicting his death like during, I think, like the bus yard shootout in episode 16. And I think I was predicting his death in like Warlords at one point. And yeah, Aaron was one that I was for sure like certain he was going to die. Even in the Variants, storyline, I kind of thought like, yeah, maybe Aaron, like, he's gonna be like the lead of that storyline, and maybe the Variants will take out Aaron or something, but never happened. They didn't kill Aaron either, and yeah, it's pretty surprising. And then the last one, the 7th one they put on here, is they're surprised that Carol survived The Walking Dead. Now, this is the one that I will say I have to kind of disagree with, because yes, she's not in the Daryl Dixon spinoff, but they've always announced that the Carol and Daryl story is not over. So to me, I kind of do disagree with this one, because, I kind of figured like they would, just write her off or whatever until maybe at one point Melissa McBride could come back. But not at one point I ever kind of thought that Carol would die in the final season. I just never thought it, because they announced it for the spinoffs and they announced it for all that stuff. Now, mind you, if she wasn't announced to be in the Daryl show back when it was called Daryl and Carol, and if, maybe we never heard about the spinoff and we just went into the final season blind, I might have actually said, yeah, Carol's probably going to die in the final season. But having known about the spinoff, yeah, unfortunately kind of ruined it a little bit. But anyway, let me know in the comment section below, what are the characters that you feel like was a major surprise that survived the Walking Dead show? Which ones were you surprised to see be alive by the end of the show? And were you at all surprised by the death of Rosita, the death of, Luke and Alden and all the ones throughout the season? And do you think that the final season could have killed more characters, or do you think you're good with the characters that they killed? Would love to hear all of that in the comment section below. So of course, if you're new to the channel and you enjoyed this video, make sure to click the subscribe button so you don't miss any other videos for The Walking Dead. Make sure to follow me on Dan's The Walking Dead reviews on Instagram, guys, to get more Walking Dead videos like this. And I'll see you guys really soon for more Walking Dead videos. Enjoy the rest of your day, guys, and peace out.
I've heard stories, walkers that can climb walls and open doors. I was never sure if they were just stories.